Hello everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and I'm so excited to be doing this video. You have no idea, but I'm going to be unboxing 100 Pokemon cards, and these are pretty rare older cards that I sent in to PSA really before the uptick. So a lot of this stuff is my personal collection from when I was like, 6, 7, 8. Then I realized that there was a little bit of an uptick, and I started buying a few rarer cards kind of at the end of 2019. And I talked to my good friend Chris Tisdale, who submitted all of these for me, and he was like, hey, like, you should really submit this stuff. And we got well ahead of the kind of rush that happened. So there's some pretty valuable stuff in here. I'm really excited to see how he did. A lot of it is near mint purchase stuff, and then the stuff that is not, will be my collection basically, as well as 5 that I submitted for a friend that's more modern and a little less rare. But I'll show you the original intro that I did for the video, but things have definitely changed then, and I'm super excited to unbox this. I'll show you the cards before I actually reveal the grade. I don't know the grades on these, so I'm really hoping for some big hits. I don't think any 10s, but probably a lot of 9s, or probably a lot of 7s and 8s. A lot of 9s would be really good to have, but let's open them up. We'll go card by card, and I can't wait to see how we do. What's up everybody, Christian from Treasure Town, and today we have a crazy video. I'm going to be sending about 100 Pokemon cards. This is mostly my childhood collection off to PSA, and it's kind of an interesting story. There's some really good cards here. It's probably, my guess is that it's worth about 5,000 to 7,000, but I've only put about 2,200 into these cards. I was purchasing a lot of them. Some of them are from my childhood, like especially some of these ones. A lot of these EX cards, though, I started buying last fall, just kind of for fun, because I wanted to. This is fall of 2019. I was just purchasing these because I thought that they were cool, and I wanted to complete the EX set. But I figured, I've got a friend, Chris Tisdale, Coin Table. He does a bunch with cards, so I just submit them with him, and yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. And there we have the 6 boxes. So I've never gotten a PSA return back. I guess these are the cases that they come in, a little mini advertisement for StockX, I guess. But we'll be starting with this one. Feels pretty light, and I'm really excited to get started. So it'll be probably a little bit of a while here as I open this up with a tape. But this is cool. I've done many coin unboxings. Never have done one with the card. So I'll just get this one open. And this should be good here. And now we've got it open. So just going to pull this back, and very interesting little system here. All nice and bundled up here. So, oh man, it'll be cool to get this open. I think I can just pull them out from the top, but I don't want to reveal the grades. Looks like here's the backs. So, let's probably have to loosen it up a little bit, and then we will start. So, I think there's a little bit of information over here, but we can just start unboxing and seeing what we think. You can see a little bit of whitening along the edges, a little bit down there. I'm thinking this is like a 7, probably, but this is a Altaria EX. Most of the stuff that I sent in is going to be EX cards, which is what I always thought was super cool when I was young, so I had some of them, and that was the sort of stuff that I was buying. But you can see there's a little bit of scratching on the card, holo scratching, but still just a really nice, and I'm not that worried about getting 9s and 10s. I do like it. My goal is to get all the EXs and 6+, but the art is just so cool on these. Really like how the Delta species, has the art, and I won't spend that much time on all these cards, but this is a 7, so very cool. Really I'd like to go 7+, but some of the more expensive cards might have to buy in a 6 or something like that, and then wait to upgrade them. But that's a good start. This one looks pretty worn, so I actually forget what card this is. Maybe this is one of the ones I did myself. I would say right off the bat, probably not too much higher than a 5. Ooh, and it's a Electrode. This is one of the cards that I owned for a long time. You can see the nice holo from, I don't know if this is like Skyridge or Aquapolis, I forget exactly. But I would guess I think that there was a little bit of a, a little bit of a crease down there, and then a bump. So I would say this is like a 3, probably. Oh, it's a 5. Wow. So I was very wrong. A little crease there. but overall, good looking card. So not bad. That one has been in my collection for a very long time, so it's fun to get that back. Maybe we'll have some similar ones. This is looking pretty tough on the edges, so probably also kind of in that 4 or 5 range. Oh no, this is a Shining Noctile. I don't think, maybe this is more like a 6 or something, because I don't think there was any creases on the front of it. We can check out the back. Yeah, they're on the side, not looking too good. So I'll go with a 5 on this one as well. And it's a 5, so, you know, not bad. I like having it in the PSA plastic, and I paid like all in like $8.50 a card for it, so definitely a tough, it's tough to lose here. And these are some of the cards that were, you know, just my personal, you know, my cards basically, from when I collected. So not the super exciting stuff. First, I don't know how the Altaria got in there. This one also maybe similar, might be towards a 5. We'll see. Oh yeah, the Vaporeon. I mean, I would hope it was a 6, but I think it'll be a 5 just based off of that. I think there's a small crease somewhere along the card, but I mean, the art is still just so pretty. And it's a 5 as well. You know, I think that I'll be holding on to this one. You know, if this was like, I wouldn't hold on to it if I could get like hundreds for it, but I don't think that in a 5, I don't think that it's a super expensive thing. I think I'll just enjoy owning it, have it in a little display case. Same here, maybe this will be a 5 or a 4. Here's my Charizard. Oh yeah, Delta Species. And there was a phone interruption, but yeah, this is a cool card. You know, print lines, a lot of dings all around, but I've owned this for a long, long time, and I wish that I had not bumped it around enough to get a 4. But I'll go a little faster going forward here just so you get some sight grading. This one's probably going to be much worse, maybe like a 2 or something based off the back. And it's a first edition Fossil Gengar. I think it's the only first edition holo I ever had, so I just sent it in. You know, it probably wasn't worth sending in. Yeah, it's a 3. Probably was not worth sending it in. I should have done a better job prepping this card, but this one has some personal, you know, those are some personal memory ones. So outside of the Altaria, which I think I purchased probably for like 10 or 15 bucks, so not too bad. You know, I can't complain by any stretch. But I'm really excited to see how a lot of the EX ones did, because I think that Altaria, I think I purchased that as a played card from Cool Stuff Inc. Most of this was near mint from Cool Stuff Inc. And then I remember I was like slowly chipping away at the EX collection, and that with no idea that people were buying, you know, I knew that people were buying Pokemon, but I didn't realize how hot it was getting. And then all of a sudden everything disappeared. So here, see a little bit of a nick down there, but I would say this is like 8 quality from the back. Yeah, there you go, Gardevoir. I think it's a pretty card. Maybe there's a little hollow scratching, but I might guess in the 7, 8 range, probably 8, 7. Okay. This I bought off of eBay. I think I remember that. I paid like 20 bucks for it or something. Right here, a little bit of a nick down there, but nothing too bad. Aggron, this one's from near mint from, I think, yeah, near mint from Cool Stuff Inc. You know, you can see some scratching in the bottom, but I think overall, good looking card. I would say, again, 7 or 8, maybe with the scratching mark, it's a 7. You know, I have a Suicune EX that's similar. Oh, so it's a 6. Huh. Not the best, but still fun. You know, again, my target is 6 and up. The back looks a little bit better, maybe a little nick up there, but nothing too crazy here. On the front of the card, you know, pretty much looks fine to me. Maybe a 7. I think this one looks better than the one that we just had. Oh man, another 6. Huh. Not the best again, but these ones I think I purchased as near mint. And not that they couldn't be a 6 from Cool Stuff Inc. But still fun, you know. I don't really mind actually getting 6s. This one, the back looks pretty clean on. Oh, okay. These are for ones I submitted for a friend. I just owed him. Okay, we got a 10. Very nice. So that might be the next few here are all going to be from that friend. Though I don't think that looks like, you know, based off of the wear there, maybe we're getting a 6 or a 7 quality card. Oh, yeah, or maybe even worse. This is one of my personal collection, Kyogre and Groudon. Let's see. you know, there's some definite like nicks if you tilt the card. It's all been scratched up, but I remember pulling this when I was probably like 10 or 11 towards the end of my initial collecting phase. Okay, we got a 5. Cool. I'm not too, you know, that's cool with me. I'm going to put that to the side and then switch the, I always called it Alteria. I hope it's not Alteria or anything. But that's a personal one. This one also, that's bad, but is from my collection. Okay, the Ho-Oh Legend is probably going to be like a 3 would be my guess. 4. The other legend that I had. You know, I'm just happy to have these. And the art on them is, I think, is quite amazing. Here we've got some nicks in the side of this, whatever this is. Oh, we got a Typhlosion. You know, I would say that, like, this looks a lot worse than some of the, you know, most of this stuff has been, I think it's all been maybe 6s, or 7s. You know, I feel like this has seen some pretty bad wear on the back, but this is another personal collection. 6. So, you know, not horrible, but not great. I still think it was, I kind of had to round it out to get to 100 cards when I was submitting this stuff. I think that this will be a 6 as well. This is a nice card, Umbreon. There's often an Umbreon Premium. It's a little off-center, though. 6? Yep. So, that, I mean, I'm glad that I was able to submit this stuff. This is going to be a little worse. Salamence, maybe a 5. Yep. All these ones are the personal collections, and I'll go back in my records and see how I purchased all this stuff. What was, you know, I know like all the Level X, this is just my own collection getting sent in. You know, whatever this is, this looks bad on the back. I dropped it. It's a 4 Rayquaza Level X, but I mean the art is still really nice, and it's good to like. For $7 having it in a case like this where it's really easy to like, I don't know, transfer it or just look at it as art, tilt it around. I really like that actually. I'd say this is probably like a 5, 6. Okay. You know, and I don't want to spend too much time. This is going to be worse. Oh, we got a Flareon Star, Gold Star. Forgot about that chip up there. I was thinking that this one was not. There's a little bit of hollow bleed there too. I was thinking that this one was going to be like near mint when I sent it in, but I really didn't look too closely because, you know, there's some bad stuff going on over there, and that's more than I would give it. Oh, huge crease. I didn't even see the crease. What a bummer. It's a 4. Okay. Still, I mean, the art of the Gold Stars is pretty good. It's pretty unbeatable in my opinion. So, you know, it's fun to have that, and you know, I've had that since I pulled it out of a pack, destroyed it along the way. Here's my Mew Gold Star that I would also probably say, I know that there's a crease in it, yeah, right there. Oh, I did all these cards. This is going to be a 4. A lot of, you know, the Delta species, I actually kind of think it's cool how they have the, like the print lines. Obviously, collectors don't think so, but I think it's a little bit fun. It's more authentic. Here, there's some nicks on the back of these cards. Gyarados, I would say this is like a 6. Oh, a 7, not bad. A lot of this has appreciated. Like, I think that these were like $10 cards when I sent them in. I was just like, you know, I'll send it in, see what happens. You know, this one seems beat up to be getting a 7, and then some of the EXs that most of the EXs I purchased more recently, for those not to do well, doesn't make a ton of sense. So maybe this will be a 6 or a 7. This Typhlosion here, Delta species, I'll guess 6. 7, huh? Yeah, it feels like there's some good wear. I must have missed it significantly on those early EXs. This is going to be probably like a 5, I would think, based off of the back. Got the Swampert. Such a cool hollow pattern. This one, you know, this was just when I was rounding out the sub. Got a 6. Just had to like come up with stuff to put in the sub, and here's how, you know, this is, oh, okay, cool. Here's a Walrein. I think that this one, based off of the wear on it, I pulled this before my dad left on a long trip. He got back, but I remember he gave this pack to me, and you know, I opened it up and pulled this Walrein, and I always remember that. So this one's super special. It's going to be a 6, but worth a lot more than Walrein EX in a 6 to me, if that makes sense. I think I sent in 2 of these Walreins, so maybe this is the other one. Or no, maybe this is probably the original Walrein. Well, a 6 as well. Huh. Maybe I had both. I think I've had both of them for a long time, so maybe I don't know which one. In which case, which one of these is worse? I think like the back wear on this looks bad, but then this one has it all over. Still, like I said in the beginning, I'm not that upset with grades on the EXs that are 6s, but I have been a little bit surprised. I know I did buy a fair amount of these as like played condition from Cool Stuff Inc. And then the eBay stuff is also probably going to be tougher to do well with. But you never know. You know, I'm hoping to get a few more in the 8 range. I think that that's where, you know, monetarily it doesn't really matter a huge amount to me how I do with this, but it's always fun, you know, say in 20 years, people will probably have no interest in Pokemon then, but maybe on the older stuff. Anyways, it would be fun to have like some 7s or 8s, even 9s. This one looks like a good looking card, a tiny bit of wear down there, maybe a speck. A Vileplume EX, like there's not that much hollow, you know, I'm not seeing any damage. I would hope that this is an 8. It's a gorgeous card. 9, whoa, awesome. That's really cool, sweet. So, oh, and there's even a little bit of like, it's not perfect up there. So that is exactly what I was, all right. There's a few where if we can get the 9s in the EX, it would be even better, but I'm not going to complain at all. That's a great card to have in a 9. Let's see what this one is. Definitely more wear around the edges, so I'll probably say this is like a 7 or an 8 Metacam EX. I think I bought this as used, actually, so maybe it'll even be a 6. I'll be optimistic and say 7. We got a 7. Nice. You know, that's a cool card. Very, very neat. Actually, I think that might have been a near mint buy. Either way, it's near mint in my, you know, it's been confirmed as near mint. This might be, if this side is really clean, maybe an 8, but probably a 7. I'll say it's an 8. But there's a lot of, or a good amount, 7. There's a good amount of edge wear on the back. I mean, all in with the grading cost, $25 for that card. More than happy to pay it. This is probably going to be a 7 tops as well, based off of the back. Camera up, man, that's some. I think that this art is great. Ryu Ueda, I think he did a lot of this art, and we got a 7. Let's see. A little clip on the back. I'm hoping for an 8 here. Probably not going to happen. There's a little ding up there too. 7. Cool. Next up, we've got this one with, you know, probably on track for yet another 7. Oh, that's a pretty card, and it's Ryo Ueda again. 7. Yeah. That's pretty. But it shows, you know, sometimes you get a 9 out of the, it's rare. Most of the stuff seems to be coming in accurate right around 7. I think I must have had this one I think I bought as having been played a little bit, but I didn't have as discriminatory of an eye. I'd say this is like a 6. 5. That's not so good. But, I mean, whatever. But like, how's this worse? Maybe there's like an indent that I didn't see, or if it's just that wear on the top of the card. You know, it shows you that I've got some decent looking cards here. Doesn't look like there's a ton wrong with them. So like 5, you know, it's not the worst thing to collect. You know, a lot of collectors will want to pay a premium, but I think that these are like some nice binder cards, and having them a PSA slab. Again, if you're paying like $200, which is the bottom right now, you know, that's not a great investment, but if you can pay a very minimal amount, that's fine. This one I definitely bought as used. Is that, can't tell if that's actually an indent or if it's just scratching. Yeah, I think it's just scratching in the hollow. I'll probably bring it down, maybe a 6. 5, huh. But again, this one was paid for, you know, that was a used one. But I mean, the art on these, just gorgeous, gorgeous cards. Rayquaza, a lot of cool, a lot of people collect Rayquaza, so I think that's a good one. You know, right here, Hariyama, probably going to be like 7, 8 range. I would have thought more of this would be like 6s, 7s, and 8s, and it seems like we're getting a lot of 5s, 6s, and 7s, which is okay. 7. You know, maybe I'm not even up on any of this stuff in terms of the value, but it doesn't really matter a huge amount to me. This one looks pretty nice. Maybe I might say that this would get like a, it's probably just going to be a 7 because of these little edge dings. Yeah, and then even a little something there. Oh, okay, nice. We got an 8. That's exactly what I'm targeting. And have not gotten a ton of, to be fair, but that's great. I think that's our first 8 of the day. Right here, could be on track for another 8. Oh, no, the Crobat is going to be worse because there's a lot of, somewhere on it, yeah, right there. Not, you know, great art, but it's going to be a 5. Just because it's, you know, I bought that as used again. And this is like the sort of thing where I didn't even realize, it wasn't like the Logan Paul hype. That was all well after I'd sent this stuff in. I was just excited to send it and see. Yeah, this is probably going to be like a 4. I bought this for like $8 used. Zapdos EX. Yeah, a 4. Not the best. But still, welcome in my collection. And it'll be interesting to see how many people get in cards like this when they were sending them in for like $10 a card. And then as that supply hits the market, if it'll just crush everything and drive it way, way down. This is a nice looking card. Maybe, you know, minimum 7. Got some edge wear, but we got an 8. Okay, nice. Yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of the stuff that I've been flipping over was bought as used, or like played. Maybe this is another 8 here. 9. Wow. I've never purchased any cards. I've only been buying 6s, 7s, and 8s when I see some bargains, but I don't think that there's really been any bargains recently. So those are my first 2 9s in my personal collection. I don't think Mr. Mime is the best in a 9, but I think getting a few 8s and 9s means that I didn't lose money overall by purchasing these cards. It's a different story with the stuff that I've bought off of eBay in the time since. There's some wear along the back there, so I'm not the... Oh, yeah, and I bought this as used, so I'll hope for a 6 on this Gyarados EX. But still cool card. 5, huh? Maybe it's just the significant amount of hollow scratching. Because I don't think that there's many creases. Maybe it's that little bit of gunk on the card there. But it's still a good card in my book. And I think I probably paid, like, with the grading, maximum $40 overall for it, which is maybe what it would sell for today. This is a nice card. But still some scratching. Probably like an 8. Clefable. 9. Awesome. Great card. Let's see what else we have here. Right here, it's got a little ding down there in the edges. I think I bought this as near mint, so I'm hoping it's going to be a 7 or 8. We'll hope for 8. 7. Still cool. Jigglypuff EX, or Wigglytuff EX. All these cards coming in, it's super nostalgic. Just all the cards that I really wanted when I was a young kid. Registeel EX. This is a crazy hollow pattern. 8. Very nice. I'm probably going to speed up a little bit just because I don't want to, you know, most of you guys have probably already clicked off, but this is probably going to be an 8 too. Regice. 9. Nice. I might have even bought this one off of eBay. Or no, I think that this one was from Cool Stuff Inc. But it's great that we're getting a few 9s here. I think that we got 3 of these boxes left. I think that we've hit. There's going to be 4 cards for my friend, but most of this stuff from here on out is going to be more of the bought as near mint. And again, I'll be checking in, in a little while. And I wonder if they will have driven down the quality of near mint cards just because they're worth more as like 8s and 9s these days. A little nick down there, but hoping still for probably like a 7. I was going to hope for an 8 on the Magmar. I originally did not like it, but these ones with that thick border I think are cool. 8, sweet. Great card. Right here, more wear around the edges, especially down that side. Groudon. Yeah, a fair amount of wear there. A 5, though. Not what I would have thought that maybe this would be a 6, but maybe it's just that around the edges. I've seen some cards that look worse in like a 7. Nice looking here. I bought this off of eBay. Groudon EX. 8. Okay, cool. Paid 30 bucks all in for it. I think it could sell for a little more than that. I've heard that these are super expensive in a 10, but I don't really follow the market a ton just because this one looks nice. Maybe I'll hope for a 9 on whatever this is. Kyogre. You know, I'm not really like flipping any stuff. Nice. 8. Got a nice little swirl down there. What a good looking card. You know, maybe this will be a 9 here. Sneasel. Gorgeous. Huge swirl and a 9. Awesome. Some good results all in a row here. This one, let's see. Probably going to max out at an 8 with that scuffing on the back and scuffing on the front. 7, but still, look at all that hollow reflection. So pretty. And I'm so thankful to Chris for having submitted all this stuff for me. I think this will probably be, oh, there's the Mewtwo EX. Paid 30 bucks plus 7 or 8 for grading. And it's a 7, so not going to lose, at current prices, not bad. So cool. Let's see what else I can do here. This one looks pretty nice. Maybe an 8 for Lapras. It's a little dinged up in the top. Is that a crease? Yeah, that's a crease. Wow. This one, I think I bought as near mint from Cool Stuff. And then, yeah, I remember seeing that it was a little bent over there, but I didn't realize that it was creased. That is an L. It's going to be a 5. Bummer. But I've still got the Lapras. So whenever prices cool off, maybe I'll trade up and out of that. But down here, little nick, probably going to mean that this is a 7 without any other major imperfections. Great hollow, though. 8. Nice. Hitmonchan EX. Great card to have in the collection. Let's see what else we've got right here. A few nicks. I'll go probably another 7 or 8 on this one. Electabuzz. 7. Cool. Here, probably another 7, because like all 4 of the corners have a little something going on. And then some scratching. I mean, I remember that these were being shipped not in sleeves or anything either, because they were like $10 cards when I bought them. 7. And I assume that they've gained a little more, but that's no way to preserve your cards these days. Muck EX. 7. Nice. This one was maybe one of the cheapest ones that I bought. Still cool, in my opinion. I'll hope for an 8 on this one. Magcargo. 7. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of stuff going on through the card. But these EXs, I think that it's tough to beat. They're tough to beat in terms of, level Xs I don't think hold much of a candle to them. Kingdra EX here. 7. The art is pretty top quality. And most of this stuff seems to be, I'm buying it as near mint, and it's coming back as 7, the near mint standard, which I'm more than happy with. Ampharos. Obviously, you want a few 8s, and we did get a few 8s and a few 9s, which, now I'm happy with. Maybe a little while ago I was a little bummed about. This is a 5 for Wailord. I guess I just really didn't pay much attention. I definitely, on like the cards that I bought as near mint online, I've been scrutinizing them very carefully, whereas some of this stuff, I think I just really wasn't paying too much attention. But this is still a classic. I remember 200 HP just seemed unreal. Now we got the Nagandal coming in with 210 like it's nothing. This back looks pretty nice. Typhlosion, maybe an 8. We'll hope for it. 7. I know a lot of people don't like this art. I think it's fine in my book. Here, the back of this one looks pretty nice. Raichu EX. Oh, but some bad scratches up there. Gonna probably bring that down. 7. That's okay. I have the other Raichu in really nice condition, maybe like an 8 or a 9, but raw. And I'll have to wait like 3 or 4 years before it's economic to send them back in. Kabutops. Never knew how to say that one. This one's good art, though. Not a huge amount in the hollow field, but coming in at a 7. So not bad for another stack of the EX. And I just have to find a way to store all of this and then probably put it in a deposit box or something, because I enjoy looking at it, but like with coins I don't really keep any inventory. I'm more just an educator, and sometimes I do the grab bag sales for fun. I just have a few things kind of laying around, whereas with the cards, you know, maybe I'll sell a little bit of this. Oh, there's the Charizard. I wonder, maybe I'll see if the first 4 are all of not mine, because the backs look pretty clean. Yeah, quick ball 10. But what I was saying is Keldeo 10. That, you know, this stuff I'm just doing it to collect, and then I owed my friend a little bit, so I sent some cards in for him. The Charizard is going to be a 9. So, you know, this back then it seemed like, you know, there's no reason to send this sort of stuff in, but I bet he can sell it now. Hopefully, and make a little bit more than the 35 bucks that, and you know, they weren't really worth much selling individually before, but now we get to get into all of my personal, the rest is my personal collection. Skarmory here, this one looks pretty nice. I'll call it an 8. A 9, nice. I feel like I have been getting a lot of the 9s, all the ones that weren't in quite, you know, the cheaper stuff, but really not the end of the world here. Shiftry, this one looks like an 8 as well. Another one of the cheap cards. 9, okay. You know, I will never complain. Get the 9. 2 9s in a row, that's pretty awesome. Here a little more edgeware, so I think this will be max a 7, Metagross EX. I forget if I bought this as used or not. But I always thought Metagross was awesome. 6 is a little low. I always thought that one was one of the coolest ones, especially the psychic one from, I think it was Delta Species, that when I was really young was a favorite of mine. The Flygon. Also, I always thought that it, you know, 7. It seems like a cool dragon, but then I feel like in the game or stuff, they're pretty common and not that special. That's some bad wear. This will probably be like a 5, whatever it is. Oh yeah, this is from my personal collection. I've held this since I was, 2007. 6. Okay, cool. That means it's unlikely to get an upgrade, so that's pretty nice. Not bad, Christian. Could have treated it worse. Seems like a lot of the EXs seem to be getting the 6. This one I bought off of eBay for like $10 before I sent it in. 8, so not bad for a raw card from eBay. Maybe I should have bought more from there and less from Cool Stuff. I can't tell if that's just I think that is the holder. There's still a little wear, so I doubt this will be over a 7. Nice Walrein EX here. 7. Let's see. Right here. Dustox, I'll call it an 8. Nice little swirl in the back. I like how the Mitsuhiro Arita, he's certainly done a ton of cards as well. And then Armaldo, I think this will be a 6 because I remember I bought it used and it was a little worn. I lost this. I lost my original Pokemon card collection when I was like 7. It was pretty large. And this was one of my favorite cards in it. So I was happy to get one later on online. And it's a 6. But the hollow on it just comes through so nicely. I remember my sister and I each got a pack, and I traded her my Skitty for her Armaldo EX, and then I lost it, so I should not have, that was a little bit of bad, the result was not great. Here's a nice Mightyena, maybe a pretty nice looking back there, a little bit of edge wear, but pretty high grade. 9. So that's, I think we've gotten like 5 9s or something, which is pretty good. I mean, this is probably going to be a 7. Mew EX. I bought this as used. Or when I say used, I mean not near mint, played. 6. Okay. Still good enough to make it in my collection. And happy I don't have to pay some sort of crazy premium for it. Let's see what this one is. Looks pretty clean. Crawdaunt EX. Nice swirl in the middle. 8. Don't have too much longer here. And this is more just almost for a record for myself. A lot of edge wear, probably going to be a 6 here on this Tyranitar. But I got it as near mint, I think. 7. Yeah, I'm surprised that, you know, these days if I bought a near mint card and it looked like that, I would not be super, super happy. This one, fair amount of wear, probably going to be a 7 as well. Salamence EX. Like that Delta Species look. 8. Nice. Nice. That's a more valuable card, I think, in an 8. You know, maybe over $100 or something. Right here, Kingdra. A little print line there, but still an 8 as well. That was a good stretch of cards. I mean, no or not too many disasters. Maybe there's one that was like a 5, but now we got 14 left, and I think most of this stuff is just going to be more EX content, or I hope it will be. And only one way to find out, because the EXs again is what I really collect myself. That looks pretty nice. I'll call this an 8 from the back. Swampert. 5. Terrible. Oh, whoa. Is that a little crease right there? Terrible quality control from me. Let's see if you can see it on the back. Not even, but I think I bought that one as played. That's a bummer. 5 is like, I don't love 5s and below, but I don't know. When I'm just collecting it for myself, could do worse. Maybe that's a 5 as well. What the? No, I think I bought both of these, and I'm not seeing the... There's got to be a little crease on here that I missed somewhere. It's a good job by PSA to be calling me on this stuff, but the back looks good as far as I can tell. Yeah, I'm not complaining about grades. I think that I'm sure that they're being accurate on them, but it was my kind of lack of foresight to see. This one I bought off of eBay for $12. I thought that was a real steal. 7. Yeah, and it actually showed up in decent condition. So nice right there. That's a good card. Will be collected for a long time. This one's all worn down, but I bought it used. I like the art on that a lot. 6. Nice. Clears the hurdle. All the 5 stuff is unfortunately potentially going to have to get replaced going forward. Jirachi here. I think I bought this one as near mint. So 7. 6. Come on. What did it do to you? Now I'm complaining about grades because Jirachi I thought was better. Some wear all over this one. It's not going to grade too high. Groudon EX. Still nice though. Still nice looking. Gets the 5. And yeah, I just must not have had a good eye for quality control. Unless these were all roughed up at PSA, which I don't think happens. Right here, a few nicks on the card. Exploud EX. Hoping for a high grade. 8. So that's not too bad. Not the best centering, I guess, but I always thought the Exploud was like super, super powerful, and then it doesn't seem like that's the case as I've learned more about Pokemon. Delcatty, probably going to be a lower grade here, just from the back. 5. But look at that art. I mean, that's cool. That's a really cool card. Maybe I'll have to redefine some of these collecting goals based off of the low grade cards that I thought I had purchased higher grade ones for. Here's a nice Aggron. Remember looking at this in the back of one of those like collection deck. If you bought like a pre-made deck, it would come with a checklist of all the cards, and this was like featured in one of them. So it's nice to have it, and nice to have it in a 7. I always wanted that one. Terrible on the sides here. This one was my own. I sent this in, so fair that this is going to come back in a 4. Still nice though. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I sent that in thinking it might get like a 6 or something. But that was obviously, you know, this was all submitted back in July. This episode is probably going to be like a 5. Yep. No good condition Zapdos for me. But still happy to have all this stuff. Articuno, hoping for 7. Nice card. 7 it is. We got the promos. I bought a Moltres, and I think the Moltres will be like an 8 because it's in nice shape whenever I send it in. So good to get those 2 there. Now I really have a bunch of EXs that I can go rotate in the light. This will probably be a 5 or so. Bought it as played, and it is played. But I'm surprised it's a 5. I would have thought it would have done a little bit better. Shows you what I know though. Rockets Persian. This was a near mint buy. I'm hoping for 7 here. 6. Still a fun card, but that's probably like a $50 or $60 card. Not too expensive. Most of the stuff isn't too expensive. This could be a little better. Nice swirl. 7. Okay. We'll take what we can get. Right here, some edge next, so probably not more than a 7. Yeah, front looks pretty clean though. 6. Not so good. And then our last 2 here, this one, we'll flip it over. Regirock looks actually pretty good. Can't see anything really wrong with it. How's the back look here? Oh, there's some real dings in the bottom. 5. I would have thought it was like a 6 or 7, maybe with the dings. Let's look closely. It's got those same dings in the bottom there. Reg Ice. 6. Wonder if this one has them too. Yeah, I definitely did not. I don't know if I did all that. Let me see. Look at that. All of these cards have these like little scratches on the bottom of them. Unless I did it to like every one of these cards. What did I do? Do you see that? Yeah, I mean, maybe I scratched it when I was putting them in the sleeves or something. It's a little peculiar though, don't you think? All these cards. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Let's see on one of the 9s. I think that there was some at the bottom of the stack here. Skarmory EX. No. But maybe in my unknowing, I put all of them, but these seem to all. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was just me. Maybe I hurt all of these cards, because they all do seem to have some sort of a scratch along the bottom. But in conclusion, did we knock it out of the park? I don't think so, but I think that this was a very, very fun unboxing, and I'm super excited to add this stuff to my collection because I've been working hard to put it together, and it's like literally everything that I was hoping to collect, you know, as like a little kid. And I think that, you know, it's a lot of EXs, a lot of cool stuff that's going to be, you know, I'm going to hold on to for a long time. And, you know, hopefully we'll see what happens to the Pokemon market, if it'll continue its upward trend or if it'll be short-lived. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on some other videos going forward. Probably not too much Pokemon from my end, but maybe some commentary or maybe something. I think I have a few cards at CGC, so we'll see how those, if they come back in good shape or not. And I'll be excited to do that unboxing as well. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel and connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I also have a website, treasuretownYT.com, where you should go so that you can learn more about coins as well as what's happening on the channel and possibly find a place to sell your coins and collectibles. I also want to talk about some of my other projects like coinmeltprice.com, which shows precious metals prices as well as the melt values of coins containing those precious metals, both US and world. I also have coinsmetalscards.com, which will develop into a full marketplace as well as a news source for coins, metals, cards, as the name might suggest. And then treasuretowncoins.com, which long term will be my coin dealing entity separate from the channel. And lastly, whatsthegrade.com, which will be a stickering service for already certified collectibles where you can get a approval or verification of the grade on the holder. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos.